What is up, guys? It is Friday. Today we're going to be back testing today. The first pair we got is US30. So let's go ahead and get into that. So we can see that US30 has been an uptrend for a while now. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, really since the start of its creation. But let's see right here, 2022. This move right here, guys, man, I was trading for this. But if I knew what I knew now, man, I would still be holding a lot of these plays because I caught some of these things. And Naz as well. I actually caught the bottom of Naz. And it was on one of our system calls this right here. I ended up catching that. Literally the very, very bottom, this thing right here. And I only took it to about here. And if I would have known what I knew now, like, oh my goodness, like, come on, guy. It's crazy. But let's go ahead. Let's see. Yesterday, I was on a call with the Reno squad, and we are going over starting points. And if you guys have been plugging in to a lot of this or a lot of these calls, you guys are starting to understand the power of starting points and the power of structure. Really, if you're paying attention and you know looking at the charts with detail, you start to see that wow, these zones really do respect structure a whole lot. But the thing is like when there's a pair that's super volatile, sometimes the market doesn't come back right away, and that's the thing that sucks, right? Because we can see here, we have a break of structure, and my starting point is right here. We have a break of structure, and the starting point is right here. And I don't even know if this actually gets touched. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't get touched. Same thing here. We have a starting point, break a structure, and it doesn't come back right away. So what can we do? What can we do, guys? Anybody have an idea? Hey, appreciate you. Let's go. Let's go. Tap in. If you guys haven't watched the levels boot camp, guys, watch that. I'm telling you. I made sure I kept it super simple for y'all and only said the right things so you guys don't get confused. I mean, I think it's a hitter. You guys should definitely check it out. It definitely cuts the learning curve a lot. I definitely say that. But guys, when you guys are starting to see this, right, you're like, oh man, structure's not really coming back to starting points on US30 on higher time frame. What do you think we can do, guys? Does anybody have an idea of what you guys think we can do in the markets? I've been going over it for like the past 2 or 3 weeks. So if anybody's been taking notes, you guys have the upper hand. Anybody have an idea? Yeah, it's actually in the qualification chat as well. So when the market pulls back, right? We've been going over this for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, right? So when the market comes back, higher high, higher low, and we break structure. This is what it looks like on higher time frame, right? We can literally see it. Higher high, higher low, higher high, and we break structure. It looks super clean, right? But yes, we should drop down one time frame. Yes. Yes, change of direction is what we need. Yes. But in this area here specifically, right? In this area here specifically, we have to see if there are pullbacks. So as the market gives me a higher high, as the market pulls back, let's find structure. Because what if there's consolidation here on lower time frame that we can't see on the higher time frame? What's up, Maria? And as soon as we change character, right? Maybe we can catch the break and retest or something and take that back up. Right. And usually that would be like a starting point violation. And maybe there's something on lower time frame where there's a starting point in this area. Right. So we have to dissect that because yes, we want these zones. I want the market to come down this low so I can get a super solid entry. But let's drop down and see why. I see I see 2, 3 big reasons. Obviously, everybody's going to be looking at this, right? Everybody's going to see a big imbalance. And that's one reason, yes, for sure. But levels doesn't really look at imbalances like that, to be honest. We like to focus on the structure. So there's 2 reasons for levels that I'm looking at why the market would come back this low, right? So if we look at structure here, notice how, let me delete this. Notice how we do get higher high, higher low, higher high. And we get the break of structure to the upside. And then we get the change of character. Market drops down. We get that breakout rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles. And my very last buying candle is here. So this would be my starting point for sales, my supply. Let's delete this. Actually, no, let's keep that. Let's shrink that up, actually. And this is also my shoulder, right? My BOS is my left shoulder. Now, when it comes to the head and shoulder violation, this is the thing, right? This is the thing right here. Once we get a shoulder and we can identify that, right? We can see we have a setup that looks something like a sell setup, right? It looks like a head and shoulder. So once we can see that, we know where we want to take sell positions when it comes to the head and shoulder. Our stop loss will be at the high. And obviously, we would be looking for sells, stop loss here with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? But when we violate, market puts us in profit, and then boom, market takes off and we break and close above the stop loss. And that tells us that the sell position that we're looking for is no longer valid. We're no longer looking for sells. Once this sell setup, the head and shoulder gets violated with the break and close candle, right? Oh, massive green candle. Boom, massive green candle. We just broke and closed above. This head and shoulder just got violated. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Man, I really need some water right now. Let me know, guys. Awesome. Now, when it comes to that, we know we're no longer looking for sells. We should be looking for buys now. Now, this is the thing. When it comes to the head and shoulder violation, we can use the previous shoulder, which is this, right? We can use that same zone to take buy positions off of. So when the market comes back, we can start looking for buy positions and send the market up. Does that make sense, guys? Now, my stop loss for that position would be at my closest low. So it'd be looking something like this, right? Your entry is at the shoulder, the previous shoulder, stop loss at the closest low with the minimum 1 to 3. And if you want to put some starting points behind it, right? Look at this. I'm gonna move this over. Notice how we have a bullish break of structure to the upside right here. Not only that, we have a break of structure right here. If this is a large breakout rally, wouldn't there be a starting point right here somewhere? Yes, right? So then I can go ahead and put some double confirmation on that and have my starting point as well. And then when it comes to my starting point stop loss, we know that the lowest wick in that area is the stop loss. I'm just going to use this as an example. So then we have something that looks like this with the double confirmation. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Because when you see this, man, it just gets, you're like, all right, things are starting to click. Things are starting to click. Things are starting to click. Now, if you want to put some triple confirmation on it, who has an idea of what we can do, right? The market, awesome, Kevin. The market is up here right now. Now, as the market is dropping down, what do you think we should be doing? What do you think we should be doing, guys? Anybody have an idea?
Marking up structure.
Markup structure. Let's go. Let's go. Nice to have you on these calls, bro. Bearish breakage structure. Am I tripping? Why is this not turning red? All right. I don't know. My computer's acting funny. So if it glitches up, just wait for me. Mark up the structure. Notice how we're continuing to have bearish breaks of structures, guys. Mark those up. Those need to be marked up. It is important. That is going to help you. Right now, I need my change of character line. Notice my change of character line is right here right now. Need change of character. Oh, let's put some caps on that thing, baby. Need change of character for buy opportunity. I like to make it blue because I need a bullish change of character, right? Now look at guys, my very last break of structure is right here, which means I have to adjust my change of character line right here. I want that change of character line on the closest pullback to live price. If live price is right here in my box and the closest pullback is this, I want that line right here. Give me an 8 if that makes sense. Because if you have it up here trying to give the market too much room, you're giving the market too much respect. The market doesn't respect you guys. Doesn't even like you. Doesn't have to like you. You know what I'm saying? So when you mark up the structure, the market's telling you what it wants to do next. So I don't want to give the market no respect. I want to be all up in its grill. You feel me? Now, if the market continues to drop down, okay, cool. BOS. We haven't gotten in yet. We're waiting for our triple confirmation. Boom. I need to adjust my change of character line because look, what if I leave my change of character line right there? We get the change of character. There's a clean entry and it takes off. And then we get the change of character that, you were looking for. And then what if it never comes back and it's gone? I don't want that. I want to be all up in the market's grill. And as soon as we change character, guys, boom, it's go time. Go ahead and update this. And we can go ahead and take opportunities right here. Send that thing up. Does that make sense, guys? And we can use this setup here because a lot of the times, guys, these setups are going to be a lot smaller with a lot smaller risk, which gives us a better risk to reward. But when you can identify the big play, it's game over. You just have to wait for the small play. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Awesome. So when we go back over here, notice how, yes, it gave it's in the imbalance, but look, this is a really big imbalance. This is the thing with imbalances to me. Like, yes, this is an imbalance, right? That is. I'm not saying it isn't, but look, so is this. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I want to go ahead and identify structure. I want to see what is the possibility of the market respecting this because yes, I have my starting point down here for buys, right? This is my bullish starting point. I am looking for buys here if the market can come back. But I also have to think, okay, where are my violations? This is a sell starting point, right? We do break structure to the downside. Rally of candles, last buying candle, and this is a shoulder. So I have to be aware of that as well, right? So when the market breaks out and we get that breakout rally, okay, cool. I can see a zone that the market wants to participate or can possibly participate in, right? So again, as the market is coming down, what should I be doing? What should I be doing, guys? I should be marking up the structure. Yes, sir, Kev. Yes, sir, Kev. Not only that, this is just one candle, right? If I drop down to a lower time frame, what if there's something that looks like this? Market comes up, maybe we do get a rejection on the 1 hour, and then there's a starting point right here. That's a possibility too. I haven't even checked, to be honest. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go to the 4 hour. Look, I can already see it. You see how these candles are like this, staggered, one candle. This is what you see. This is what I'm seeing. Take off, right? And when you can see that with candles, with the setup like this, you're just like, oh, let's go, bro. Let's go. So let's go ahead and see if we can dissect something in this area right here, because it looks like there is something. So let's go ahead, drop down to the 1 hour. Sheesh. Let's go, baby. So check this out. You guys can see that, right? This is the very last pullback before that rally breakout. Boom. Crazy breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. And my very last buying candle is right here. That's my starting point. So when I zoom back out, look, now I have a pretty big range. I'm not going to lie, right? It's a pretty big range of opportunity. Does that make sense? But again, guys, you never have to be the first one in. Does that make sense? I want you guys to see the ranges of opportunity. Because as soon as the market comes inside of that thing, what do I preach to y'all? Mark up. Because as soon as that market starts to act up and does what it does, you're like, oh man, talk to me nice. Let's go ahead. I know I need the liquidity sweep. I know I need the change of character. Talk to me nice. Let's go ahead and get in that entry. Does that make sense, guys? So let's go ahead. We never have to be the first one in. And again, things happen in phases, right? In phases and quarters, however you want to see it, however it makes sense to you. And this is what I mean. All right, this is what I mean. When you guys are looking for reversals, right, off of a zone, let's say this is a zone of action you're looking to take your buys off of. Understand that things have to happen in phases. Boom. Notice how once we get the change of character, I'm sorry, the consolidation, guys, a consolidation is phase one or 25%, right? Now, as soon as we get that liquidity sweep to the downside or that BOS, that's now phase two. So we get the bearish change of character, which is phase two, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight this thing. The consolidation. Let's type this out actually. Yeah, nice and big. Consolidation, guys. That's phase one. 25% of the setup. Now, as soon as we get the breakage structure to the downside, the breakage structure to the downside is phase two. So the BOS. And that'll also be 50% of the setup. Understand, guys, It has to happen in phases. These things need to happen. Now, as soon as we get that change of character, what do you think the change of character is, guys? What do you guys think that is? That's phase 3, baby. And that's also 75% of the setup. 75%. So as soon as we get this, boom, the bullish change of character. Uh-oh, my thing's lagging. Y'all can hear me? All right, bet. I don't know why it's acting up. All right, so once we get that change of character, that's phase 3, 75%. Now, as soon as we get 75%, guys, once we... Sorry, someone's coming in and my dog's barking, my bad. Once we get 75%, we can now look for the buy setup. You know where your stop loss goes at the low. You know where your entry is supposed to be. Minimum 1 to 3. And your right shoulder / entry. Phase 4. And that's 100% of the setup. 100%. Where the heck am I looking at this right? Okay. 100% of the setup. So as soon as the market comes back into this area, inside my right shoulder, guys, the right shoulder, the head and shoulder has now been complete, and we can start looking for buy opportunities. Once we get the 75, once we get phase 3, we can start looking to smack phase 4. We can go ahead and finish this head and shoulder opportunity. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense, because I'm telling you, whether it's the 1 minute time frame, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, this is how it happens. This is how it is. Right? So I hope this makes sense to you guys. Right? I really do. I'll go ahead and just put that right there. Take a screenshot of that if you want. Telling you guys, once I understood this, I was like, bro, I'm entering way too early. Because what if it happens like this? Right? You get in on the first touch, right? Because I usually do. I usually do. So as soon as the market comes in, boom, I'm now entered here. What the heck? Oh, deal. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we at? Where are we at? Cop platinum longs. Let's go, baby. Right. So let's just say I got in here first touch. Now I'm in consolidation. Right now I'm part of the liquidity because I got in first without waiting for confirmation. And then what happens? They drive the price down. They change character. And now the real move is ready. So once we get that change of character, guys, boom, we can start scaling in right here. That's where I like to stack, guys. If I enter the first touch, best believe I'm looking to stack at that right shoulder. So when we come back here, where we at? Where we at? Look at this. Oh my God, bro. I'm telling you, I can't lie. I can't lie to you. So let's take a look at this. Let's replay this. Let's replay this. That's what I'm saying, bro. They're gonna get you too. They're gonna get you. So look, we're looking for possible buys here. Right? Looking for possible buys here. But that's kind of a big range. And to be honest, if this is the violation, my stop loss would be here because that's the closest pullback. Right? My entry there, stop loss there. That's the closest pullback. So that's too big. way too big. Now, if that was like the 1 minute, that wouldn't be 460 pips. That would probably be like 40. So I wouldn't mind that. But on the 1 hour being 460, I'm not down. So that means I have to wait and I have to be patient as a trader. Right. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can do what it do. So right now we can already see we had a break of structure to the downside. Oh my goodness. Break of structure to the downside. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Always set alerts, bro. Always set alerts. You should have an alert right here. Like, boom. Notify. Well, I can't set an alert when I'm in backtest mode, but you should have an alert right here. If you're looking to get in at the, or, looking for entry, have an alert right here at the shoulder, have an alert right here at your starting point. You always want to be notified when the market is coming towards your entry. Now, I'm going to show you guys a trick at the end. So, Kevin, remind me. If I get off without showing you, that's your fault because I'm telling you to remind me because I can't do it in replay mode. So be like, yo, Vinny, remember that alert trick? Let me know. All right, bet. All right, Kev, it's on you. That's your responsibility now, Kev. So if y'all don't get it, 25 y'all gonna be upset. Bet, bet, bet. So look, let's play this. We get a slight break of structure there as well. And again, all we're doing is marking up our breaks of structure, guys. Dang, look at that. Even on the 1 hour time frame. Even on the 1 hour time frame. Would you guys consider this a breakout rally? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we break structure to the downside? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Yes, right? Look at this. Snipe. Risking 40 pips, and I would have been selling it straight to my buy zone. First touch. That's already 326 pips. That's a 1 to 7.5. Super clean structure. Look, break a structure. So now my change of character line should be here. Let's continue. Let's see if it respects it. It didn't. That's fine. Break a structure to the downside. Let's see if that's a break of structure. We do have a slight break of structure here. Let's continue. Let's see. So if you were looking at this, because for sure you guys are already looking for possible buys, right? For sure. Now, what I like to do when this should already be right here. What I like to do is when I'm looking at structure that looks like this, I want to match that up with the 4 hour time frame because remember we're on the 1 hour time frame. So I want to see if we can match that up. All right. So you see how on the 1 hour time frame there was a small pullback here. For more confirmation, use that 4 hour zone. Use that zone because then we would be needing this shoulder, head, change of character. That's better confirmation. We could start looking for buys. Make sense? Now, if you are looking to be a bit more aggressive, you can definitely use this because this would be the setup, the play within the play, right? But for me, when I'm looking for especially with US30 guys, like I'm never trying to be too aggressive. Indices, I know a lot of y'all are aggressive, and I used to be aggressive as well. I mean, I'll be honest, very aggressive. And then you learn your lessons. So you could have used this BOS, right? I'm sorry, change of character. And we were looking for longs here so we can actually get that change of character we're looking for, and then continue buying with that trend. And it does give you an opportunity. It gives you the opportunity. It definitely does. Right? It comes in there, snipes, and we pump up. So let's go ahead. My stop loss would be right here. I'm already at a 1-to-1, so I should already be at break even. And if you guys are being aggressive, you guys have to have good money management. 1-to-2, 1-to-3. I'm gonna go put a line at 1-to-2, 1-to-3. Does that make sense, guys? Because this is the 1 hour change of character, yes. But that 4 hour time frame, that 4 hour change of character, right here. That's you have to keep that in mind. That's how you get got. Trust me. You guys got to be more picky. When you guys see something like that, you're like, you know what? I could wait a little bit. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, I should already be at break even, right? So that was just shy of my partial. I would have taken partial. Like it's literally right there. As soon as it touches my alert, I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and take some partials. So in my opinion, this is already a winning trade. It never hits your stop loss because your stop loss should be at break even, and it hits your partial point. Are you guys with me right now? So if you guys are not taking partials, I mean, we can't do nothing about that, to be honest. That's a you problem, unfortunately. So you guys have to get past the greed. And as soon as it hits your zone, guys, your alerts, bro, take some partials, a little bit, anything. You know what I'm saying? Now let's take a look. This is already a winning trade. If you even if you want, you can even put your stop loss into profit. Collect some more. And look what happens. This is why I like to also match up the structure with a higher time frame. Does that make sense, guys? So this play right here, it was good. It was something to look at. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't give us the really big breakout rally we were looking for. It just didn't give us that. It stopped right here, and then it just turned around. So that's why you need to have good money management, especially with US30, bro. Shoot, my bad. That's 152 pips. So that's not bad. You're taking partials on 152 pips, or if you're someone who's closing at 1-to-2, bro, you just caught it back. That's solid. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even make that in a day. So that's solid right there. Now let's go and take a look at this. We have a break of structure here. Very noticeable. Very noticeable, right? Now look, guys. Notice how my change of character line is pretty much at that same area. So this is for sure resistance. Resistance, support. Resistance, breaks through, support. Resistance, resistance, and we drop down, right? So this is for sure my change of character area. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look. So we know we're looking for buys here still, right? We know we're looking for buys here still. But if the market gives us this change of character, hey, let's go ahead and start doing what we do. What also created liquidity right here? Yeah, you're right. It did. You're right. You're right. But look, the market didn't take it first. The market didn't sweep liquidity to the upside and then drop. It left it there, right? It left it there. So when you see that, oh snap, liquidity is being built and we're continuing to drop, bro, that's an incentive to go higher. So if we're looking at buys around here, that's telling us, yo, the market wants to go higher, but when? Right now, we're already in the buy zone, right? This is the previous shoulder violation. So you're like, okay, is the buy happening now? Exactly, Manny, timing. You're like, is it happening now? And we don't know that till it actually happens, right? So let's go ahead. Small little pullback. Look at this. It hasn't happened yet. Why not? It's giving us incentive. So we should already be in, right? Because this is one that gives us a really good risk to reward, and it actually gives us a tight stop loss. So if you were looking at something, this is a way better opportunity than just entering here, because your stop loss would again look like something like this or like this, and now it's down to this. So for me, this isn't that bad. I'm down. I'm not worried about 185 pips. I'm not personally. If you're worried about 185 pips and you're trading, I'm sorry, hold on. If you're worried about 185 pip stop loss, you should not be trading US30, because that, family, is what the market is giving you and telling you what the stop loss is. If you entered at the 50, okay, but it's still $100 stop loss or 100 pip stop loss. If that's too big for you, you shouldn't be trading US30, or you should be trading the minis, right? Because I think that would be like $13 or something like that, $13.60. But hey, if that's too big, you either have to drop down to lower time frame to catch the smaller moves, or minis. But now look, if this is my BOS, guys, we know this weren't the ones, so we can delete those. Where should my change of character line be? Who wants to annotate? I need somebody to annotate. Y'all quiet. Y'all quiet. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna put somebody to the test. Nova, can you annotate? You can, if you can't unmute, you could type. Who wants to get tested? Oh, there's no option. What? I mean, there's an option on mine. That's crazy. Are you sure? Can any of you guys annotate, or is it just Nova? Ah, crazy. I don't know what happened. The glitch in the matrix. All right. All right. So look, I'm gonna do this. Should I keep it? Man. Should I keep it at high number 1 with the red arrow, or high number 2 with the orange arrow? Should I leave it here with the red arrow, or should I move it to the orange? Number 2. Let's go, baby. I need to keep it tight, because look, that would be giving the market way too much respect. And I know the market don't respect me. I know the market don't care about little old me, bro. They don't care about my $100 in the market. You feel me? They don't. So I need to be all up in the market's grill. I need to be right up there, right up in this. Y'all ever see that Kobe video of that dude like putting the ball in his face, and Kobe was just like this? Y'all ever see that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all see the video? Bro, that's what I need. That's what I need, y'all. You know what? Man, let's show y'all, bro. This is what I need you guys to do in the market. Not strange. I'm not getting litty on the market. Great groups, lock and no one.
The Lakers still have a lot of road games left to play.
But you have to think, the Lakers have got to be thinking a little bit differently as Carter knocks in a 3. They've got to be thinking about.
Hey, Sing, come on, brother. Come on.
I think there's very few guys that can play both hard and smart.
Right here.
See, I mean, why are they
like this in the market, guys?
Matt Barnes doing that? It doesn't make any sense to
right
me.
Here, guys.
Unless he
right
thinks he can entice Kobe Bryant to getting thrown out.
I was in the grill.
There's no way he's going to intimidate. And now
look at that.
A 2-shot foul because the foul occurred before the ball was in. Tony Brothers now telling Matt Barnes and Kobe Bryant to back off.
And he fakes the ball.
Why you consolidating?
Somebody in Magic,
I'm just waiting.
Even if I'm standing.
That's what you guys need to do right here. Does that make sense, guys? And as soon as we change character, it is go time. Boom. Let's go. My shoulder. Just the shoulder. I don't know why I did that. Should just do this. That's the shoulder. Now my stop loss to the shoulder is right here. Now look at this, guys. Let's look at this closely, right? Let's look at this closely. Let's zoom in. Let's go ahead and oh, whoa. My mouse scroller wheel, that thing has like no traction, but that thing runs. Change of character, right? Label that. So now look, you guys see anything? Anything else? Now this is a crazy big starting point, but it is what it is. Guys, is this your breakout rally? Or nah? Yes. This big ass candle, that's your starting point. Now, I mean, sucks it's that big, but look, your stop loss is down here anyway. Right? Your stop loss is down here anyway. Now, if you're playing off the 50% of the starting point, then okay, I could see that. That's a bit better for sure. That's a bit better for sure. Right? So let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's take a look. Respecting that starting point, obviously, doing what it do. But look, I want it to come down to my shoulder. And if it is going to come in more, I want it to come down to the 50% and take off. Building up liquidity. Look at who was saying about liquidity? Manny, look at how there's liquidity right here, bro. Didn't we notify that earlier? Look at what it's doing right here. Building up more incentive for the market to go higher. Okay, swept it a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. We still have this. Built more. Built more. Came right into my zone. Now, come on. Come a little lower. Let's go. Right off the 50 of the starting point. Bruh, snipe. Snipe. I don't know about you, but snipe. Look at that. And what happens? Uh-oh. 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 And we're off. And we're riding off into the sunset, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what the hell does. I really don't. Right now, look, we could even take it back further. Let's take it back. Beautiful market structure, man. Beautiful. Now look at this. We can see the same thing happen again right here. Consolidation. We break to the downside. So we know we have a BOS here. A BOS here. And my change of character line would be that, right? I need the change of character. I need the change of character. We got it. Let's go ahead. Delete. My shoulder. My stop loss. Sometimes the setups just get bigger and bigger. Nothing we can do about that. Right into my shoulder. Now look, it's just building up more liquidity. It's doing the same thing over and over again. Liquidity sweep. Now, if we can get the change of character, let's just continue doing the same thing. Guys, when you're looking for buys, that's what we do. Once the market stops breaking structure to the downside, boom, break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. And we start to go ahead and change character. Guys, in an uptrend, we look for inverteds. And as soon as we change character, usually we start to consolidate again. Now, Nova, this is what I was telling you earlier this morning and last night, right? About the time set, the session timings and how it usually sets something up. Consolidation, boom, comes into my right shoulder. And this right here would be my higher high, higher low. And if we can continue higher, we got a higher high. So if we can do that, boom, break a structure to the upside. Now, usually what happens after a break of structure or change of character? We consolidate. Boom. Guys, you know what you can do when you're looking for sales? The same thing. When the market is in an uptrend, and as soon as it stops going higher and we can start seeing that it's going to start selling, as soon as we change character, start looking for the same setup, find the consolidation. Because as soon as we get that right shoulder, the next setup is coming. It may not look this pretty or the same every single time, but this is how we do it. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Same thing, guys. Same thing, right? Now look, we get the liquidity sweep. It's not always going to look pretty. I promise you it's not. And if it's always pretty, guys, trading would be so easy. I'm happy it looks simpler to you, Paul. I really do, bro. Now, this would be more of a liquidity sweep because we don't break structure to the downside. But if we can continue higher, let's see. Let's make that black. Boom, we get that, right? My next zone is right here. Right off that thing. Now, look at this. It didn't build liquidity, right? It didn't build liquidity. But what does this look like to you guys? I know it wouldn't really be considered a head and shoulder setup because it's not a lot of liquidity to go off of. But would you consider this a higher high, a higher low, and a break of structure to the upside? That's a BOS. That's a BOS, which means, what is this right here, guys? What's this candle right here? Starting point. Boom. Let's see if it gets respected. I don't even know. Let's see. Let's see if it even gets a chance to come back. Guys, you guys see how easier this thing is just becoming? And look, we haven't even left the time frame. We've only been on the 1 hour time frame. I know usually I stick to the dailies and 4 hours, but look, I'm on the 1 hour time frame for you guys. Now let's see if we can get something. Yes, sir. Let's go to the 4 hour just in case we miss something. Because I hate missing something. All right, I did miss something. So look at this. Always go back and forth, right? Just to check, make sure. We had the BOS. Bearish BOS. And then we had our change of character. Now look at this, guys. Would this right here, would this be your starting point? Or would this be your starting point? Which one's your starting point? The orange one, the red one, or the blue one? Are you sure? Why would you guys say that? Are you sure? All right, bet. Don't let me fool you. It would be the blue one, right? Don't let me fool you. It's the blue one. Why is it the blue one? Because notice how we have our breakout rally. Yes, yes, Nova. We had the bullish breakout rally to the upside. Boom. So the very last selling candle before the breakout, right here. So my starting point and my shoulder right here. Now look, we caught this. Let me see. We were able to catch 1 play, 2 play, 3 play. Let me see if I'm not mistaken before I overdo it. 1, 2, 3. right? Yeah, we caught 3 plays. So right now we are good. We're good, right? I would be super happy catching three buys on US30 for sure, right? But now look, this is the higher time frame setup now. You see how all of that, you guys, you see how all of that had to happen on the lower time frame just so we can finally get the 4-hour time frame setup? So look at this. If we're looking at it with the phases, right? Where are my phases at? I don't even know where my phase is at. But thank you for hopping on. Right. Remember, you guys should have a screenshot of this. Right. You guys should have a screenshot of this. If you're looking at the phases, phase 1 is consolidation. Phase 2 is the BOS. Phase 3 is the change of character. As soon as we get the change of character, we can now look for the right shoulder entry, which finishes phase 4 and when gives 100% of the change of the head and shoulder. So when we go back down here, where are we at? Let's clean this off. What phase is this, guys? Inside the box. What phase is that? Phase 1. Awesome. Awesome. We can see that, right? That's good. Well, I know a lot. I see a lot of you saying phase 1, right? Hey, say it with confidence. Say it with confidence. I know a lot of you guys, including myself, are like, man, it's phase 1. But I'm gonna let somebody else answer because I don't know if I'm, guys, say it. Say phase 1. Y'all know it. Say it with confidence because when you say it and y'all correct, that builds confidence. And that's good for you, especially in the charts, especially when you have the nuts to go to back yourself up with. So we have the bearish breakout. What would you consider the bearish breakout with the faces, guys? What percent is the breakout in our setup?
25%.
25% would be the consolidation, my friend.
Okay.
The BOS. No, that's good. Yeah, be wrong. It's okay. Say it loud and proud. 25%. But unfortunately, the BOS of the downside is 50%. So the consolidation would be 25%. The BOS of the downside, giving us the breakout rally, that's 50%. And as soon as we get this change of character, that change of character that just happened right here, that is 75%. Does that make sense? We're good? Awesome. Let's go. And look how long that took, guys. Again, this has to happen in phases. Notice this is the 4-hour. The closest pullback to live price at that time is right here. We got to wait. Unless you're dropping down, trying to be a bit aggressive, then, do your thing. Follow the structure. Follow your confirmations. But if you're like, hey, I found my 4-hour setup. I'm waiting for my 4-hour setup. I'm waiting for my 4-hour setup. You feel me? Hey, do what you do. Starting point is here. Shoulder is here. Now let's see if the market can come back and give us an entry. And again, as the market is coming back, if the market comes back right now, we can mark up the BOSs for triple confirmation. Send it back up with confidence. Let's see. I don't know if the market comes back right now. I think that was it. Well, that's live price right now, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, actually. I'm going to just play this out. Oh, yeah, that's live price right now. That's where price is right now, fam. And for me, even though I was able to take opportunities here, I would love for the market to come back down here. Right? If we look at this at the daily time frame, If we look at this at the daily time frame, would this be considered a higher high and higher low? Would that be considered higher high, higher low, guys? Now, would you consider this a BOS of the upside? Yes, that gives us a BOS. I don't know why it's lagging. It's bugging me. Yep, solid candle closed above the wick, right? So now look, where's my starting point on the daily time frame? It's actually this red candle here. Oops. It's actually this red candle here. That's my starting point. So look, I have the 4-hour starting point, the daily starting point, and that 4-hour shoulder right here. Where do you think the market's going to come down to? At least the first stop is right here, right? That's the closest pullback. If it wants to come down lower, it has the right to. But the very first stop, minimum, right? The very first stop minimum is going to be right here because that's the closest pullback. So in order to get a good entry, right, I can obviously mark it up for extra confirmation. And as soon as we get that, what is this, guys? What's happening right now? What is this? Yes, that's consolidation. But when it comes to the phases, what phase is this? Phase 1. Yes, sir. Now look, as soon as we get this BOS to the downside, what phase is that? Phase 2. Yes, sir. As soon as we get this change of character to the upside, that's phase 3, and it's go time. We can start looking to finish the phases and start finding that right shoulder. Send it up from there. Smack that thing. Right? Because as of right now, what is the market doing? Really, it's just building liquidity. It's rounding out. This can be the round out to start coming back for me. Right? So I hope that makes sense, guys. I know every back testing call isn't going to be the same because every chart isn't the same. They don't move the same. The volatility isn't the same. Some pairs respect different structures. Some respect the violations. Some respect the starting points. Some respect the shoulders a whole lot more. Some respect imbalances. It's just what it is, right? So not every back testing call is going to be the same. But when you guys understand, like even if it's Forex, trading, Forex, cryptos, indices, commodities, understand I'm looking at all of this stuff for you. And I'm using the same things, which is the basics, my breakage structures and my change of characters. And notice the type of movement that we are getting in the charts on everything. On everything, guys. Are you guys seeing that? That's one. Are you guys noticing that? I'm doing the same thing on all the pairs you guys are calling out, and it's working. And it's working very, very nicely, right? So, guys, I hope you guys are taking notes. I will upload this video on the YouTube and oh man, Kev, you did it, bro. I knew it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So check me out. Let's go down the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we can get out here. So let's just say, let's go back to the daily for now. So if I'm expecting a break of structure to the upside, if the market's bullish, and I know all we really need, is higher high, higher low, higher high, brand new setup, we can take it, right? If I'm looking for higher highs, I'm gonna put a line right here. I'm gonna label it need BOS for buy opportunity. And what I do next, this is game changer. I've never heard anybody talk about this. You put a line right here. You put an alert for once per bar close. Once per bar close, guys, not only once. Because if you put an alert and it touches that line one time, the alert will go off. Not once per bar, because each bar that touches it, it'll make the alert go off. Not once per minute, because if it's just inside my alert zone, it's going to go off every minute. I want the once per bar close and crossing up and create. Now, once this candle goes above, do you guys think I'm going to have an alert hit me? You guys tell me. Once the candle goes above, now what if the market comes back down and closes like this? Am I going to be alerted? No, I'm not. So if the candle goes up, I'm not going to have an alert hit me. I will not be notified until the candle breaks and closes above. Haha. Which means I don't have to look at the chart until I, the trader, get the confirmation from the market. Does that make sense? So even if the market, let's say news hits, market's all above my zone. But what if it does this? Goes above and then closes like that. Am I going to be alerted? Am I going to be notified? No, I will not be notified until the candle actually breaks and closes above. Once the candle breaks and closes above, then I will be notified. That way I can go ahead and find my next starting point and I can go ahead and ride that bullish move. Does that make sense, guys? Telling you guys, game changer. Game changer. Because what if the market is right here? Right? Let's say the market is dropping down. Okay, cool. The market is dropping down to our buy zone now, right? So look, this is what I would want. I want to be notified every time the market breaks structure, which you guys should, right? Once per bar close, crossing down, because these are my bearish change of, or I'm sorry, my bearish BOSs. Right? So again, once the market breaks and closes below, I'm like, okay, cool. The market finally broke and closed below. Awesome. Cool. Now I can go ahead and move my alert down. And this is going to be my need change of character for buy opportunity. And it has an alert. So again, what if the market does this? It goes above, it goes above, it goes above. Am I going to be notified only when it goes above? You guys tell me. If it only goes above, no close, am I going to be notified? No. Thank you, Nova. I guess it's just me and you tonight. I will not be notified. Only when the candle closes above, I will be notified. So I can have, boom, candle crazy, close below. Candle crazy, close below. Candle crazy, close below. And I won't get notified. But as soon as that candle closes above, we can start looking for buys. That's what I like about this. So as soon as the market starts to pull back and do its thing, awesome. Need BOS. As soon as we get that, I've been alerted. Now you're good. I've now been alerted, so I can go ahead and move my change of character line. Market pulls back, break structures to the downside. I've now been alerted, so I can go ahead and move my change of character line. Does this make sense, guys? Market's consolidating. Okay, cool. Consolidating. Awesome. Market consolidates. That's cool. We get the BOS to the downside. Awesome. Awesome. So let's go ahead. My change of character line needs to be right here. Oh, maybe you have to purchase it. Dang. Oh, hold on. And you could only do it with the lines. You could only do it with the lines. So if you're trying to do it like this, it doesn't work. This is only for touches. If you want the break and close above, you have to use the line or the trend line. Try that, Nova. All right. Now, again, as soon as we change character and we get that break and close above, I will be notified. So then I can start looking at the charts. Guys, doing this keeps you off of the market, keeps you it stops you from overthinking. Why? Because you found your areas you need confirmation for. Let the market give you the confirmation. The market is like a crazy Latina, bro. Crazy, like Salvadorian, crazy type. Man beater types, crazy, crazy, crazy. Bro, they're gonna give you the silent treatment. They're gonna give you this, and that. They might hit you with the pan, bro. But as soon as they're ready to eat, they're gonna say, "Hey, you ready to eat? You want to go get some McDonald's or something?" Boom. They just told you what they wanted. They didn't know what they wanted to eat an hour ago. They're like, "I don't know. It's up to you." You're like, "Well, we can go Chick-fil-A." Nah, I ain't feeling Chick-fil-A. We can go to yada yada. I ain't feeling yada yada. Toxicity, bro. We don't need it. Let the market tell you what it wants to do so we can go ahead and react once the market lets us know. Guys, give me a 10 if that makes sense. I'm telling y'all, Kev, this is going to be the best tip right here, bro. Use your alerts like that, bro. I'm telling y'all, confirmations are going to be hitting your phone. I'm telling you guys. And this is super good too, guys, for lower time frame. I know things happen quick on lower time frame. Sometimes we be overthinking. Guys, use this. Use this. I use this every single day. I'm busy, bro. I'm not trying to look at my phone 24/7. I be trading at the gym. You think I'm like this, like just curling and like shoulders, just like, bro, no, that's dumb. I have my alert set and I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? God, I'm telling you, game changer. Game changer. So that is it for me. And if you guys don't know about the Modesto workshop that we are throwing, guys, y'all should be there. Y'all should be there. It's gonna be dope, guys. We're gonna have Bavik, Angie, myself, Miguel. We're gonna be there dropping some value. Oh man, we're gonna hit you with that. I'm gonna hit you with that. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'll send it to you guys in the chats right now. But yeah, make sure you guys are going there, man. I mean, we don't get to see you guys very often. So if you guys are in that area, guys, pull up. Ask us some questions, bro. We only have so many hours with each other throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are close and want to get some extra value, you know what I'm saying? Pull up, that way we can go ahead and help you guys. So I know that has always helped me. Anytime I needed help, who do I go? Who do I go to? I go to the people who have the answers. I hit up Oren. I hit up Mike. Even though me and Brian have like a little big brother love, I hit up Brian too. I go to the people with the answers. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be there in Modesto. Let me see. Let me get the date right. I believe it's the 14th, or the 15th, next in 2 weeks. 15th on that Sunday. So pull up, guys. I hope to see you guys there for real. If I don't see you there, man, I'll be sad. I'm gonna start blocking y'all from my calls. I'm gonna take attendance. Like, all right, he was there, he cool. He was there, he cool. Oh, Fernanda didn't show up. Scratch, kick her off the call. You feel me? I'm gonna take attendance watch. Nah, but hey, I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I know I went a little bit over. I'm sure y'all don't mind, but I appreciate you guys, man. I like doing these calls for you guys. I see it's getting you guys better. You guys are starting to send in charts and you guys are starting to take your own trades, which is amazing, right? Super, super amazing. So guys, keep working. This is an everyday thing, brick by brick. Take the notes, hop on the calls, ask the questions, and we get better. With that being said, I will see you guys on Monday. He's a toxic. He was, oh no, I ain't that toxic, bro. I ain't even toxic. I'm out. See y'all.